everyone, Mike the Beast here for another video. Had a week off, but I'm right back at it again, show off some new stuff. I've been busy on Whatnot in the last couple weeks, so I want to show some hauls from there. But first, a few things I wanted to show off. Last weekend, from the time I'm recording this, went to CliffsCon in Plainville, Connecticut. Nice vendors-only VFW show. And picked up a Silver Banshee figure. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know she's one of my favorite Superman villains. Love the design of the character. You know, I've had the sketch done of her. I have her first appearance graded by the fine people at Spineworks, and I'm always looking for her covers and appearances. So happy to add this to my Silver Banshee collection. And then with Funko, on their social medias, if you follow them or if you're a fan, they do giveaways if you like or tweet on Twitter. And I've been doing that for like the last 5 years, and I always thought eventually I'm going to strike and win. And once you know it, not only did I win, I won this awesome Venom on the Throne. The detail on this is phenomenal. I love how he has his wings there. He's got the sword. He's got the mini symbiotes, grinning like a madman. Such an awesome pop. So big shout out to the fine people at Funko for shipping this. Great job with the packaging. So I mentioned Whatnot. So first stack of books I'm going to show is from Nick GQ on Whatnot, a highly recommended seller. And what he does is he'll do stackers. So every time someone puts a bid on a book, he'll add another book and keep going and keep going. So on top of that, he also had some other books that were just for regular auction. And I got a lot of cool indie books. So Laura and Other Stories from Ablaze Comics. Not familiar with it. Cool cover. I got a lot of Geiger. I got this cover to Geiger number 5. I think I'm going to start focusing on the Geiger run because the covers are really cool and there's a lot of cool variants. I picked up the trade. I can't wait to read the story. This is Wind from Boom Studios. Wind number 5. Cool cover right there. Last Annihilation number 1, the Wiccan and Hulkling series from that. Cool cover. You know, we've seen Wiccan, and Hulking's probably right around the corner. Another Laura. Got a few of these. House of Slaughter number 2. From Image Comics, Decorum issue 1. So another cool number 1. Cool artwork right there. Lock and Key issue 2 from the Sandman universe. They had the, I believe it was a crossover. Correct me in the comments. Another cover for House of Slaughter number 2. Some more Geiger. Geiger number 3. Another House of Slaughter number 2. And another one for that as well. You know I'm a Joker guy. Joker puzzle box. Love this cover. This cover to Geiger number 2 is just awesome. The artwork on these covers are phenomenal. How about some MODOK Head Games issue 1. I believe MODOK is coming in Ant-Man Quantumania. Another issue of Wiccan and Hulkling. Back to that series Back to that series Wind issue number 4. Really cool cover right there. Another indie book from Image, Homesick Pilots number 1. Man, these indie companies are putting out such cool books and ideas and a lot of great artwork on the covers, and you never know when these things could be picked up. Option for a movie, TV series. But this one for Geiger number 3. This is another variant for number 2 with black and white. These white covers are good for remarks and SIGs. Another awesome Geiger issue number 4. really can't wait to start reading the trade and putting together as much of the run as I can. Geiger number 5. Geiger number 4. Some more Geiger, issue number 3. And a couple more of those for Geiger, and then this one for Geiger number 4. So once again, shout out to Nick GQ on Whatnot. If you're on Whatnot, definitely recommend him. These were packaged very well, and it was a really fun time hanging out in his Whatnot auctions. He does the stackers. So he has a lot. He'll put up a book for every bid. Another book gets put on. Really cool, and definitely recommend Nick GQ. And then next lot, I got from another auction. Came from Fat_T_S022. Fat's Comics. Joseph Lucido. He's on Whatnot, and he's pretty active in the Instagram community as well. Got a couple nice books from him. First, I've got Spider-Gwen Gwenverse, the 1 variant, the Todd Knock variant. Really cool cover right there. You know me, my Marvel horror, Werewolf by Night. And then, he says it looks like an 8.0, and looking at it in person too, I believe it. This is an awesome cover. I do have this one, but a lot lower grade than this, so happy to upgrade. Awesome copy, awesome cover. And I'm really, getting, a lot of work done with my Werewolf and Tomb Dracula run. Got a copy of this next book. It's a book, I have another copy off at CGC. And, how do I not pick up this book? A mid-grade copy of Adventure in the Fair 11. First Gray Beast, Furry Beast. More X-Men hype. This is a fun run, too, as well. A lot of cool covers and a good story. The X-Men are coming, Beast is coming, so excited to add that. And another shout out to Fat's Comics, Fat_T_S022, Joseph Lucinda on Instagram as well. A lot of cool stuff. Another Whatnot user, I recommend checking out his auctions. And once again, just like Nick GQ, packaged very well. So the third and final Whatnot haul is from Nemesis Prime. He's been doing a lot of great stuff on Whatnot. You may also know him from Lords of the Long Box and his podcast, the Comic Con podcast, doing a lot of cool stuff. Great member of the community. So he had a mystery slab box auction, and there was a lot of good stuff, and I was fortunate to win a couple. Which one do I want to show first? Always throws in some stickers and whatnot. And if you want to check out a really cool podcast, him and Milton the Manimal, they do a lot. I like how their podcasts are formatted. They do news within the community, news within the comic book movies and TV shows, as well as comic book news, and they recommend or they talk about what books they've been reading recently. So they got a really good format. They upload every Friday, and it's a really cool podcast to check out. So the first book I'm going to show, I'll show this one. Once again, these are mystery boxes. Every box had a slab in it. So I got a 9/2 Canto number 1. Awesome Drew Zucker cover. Canto's been a hot book, so to have this book in a high grade as a 9/2. Really happy to have this. Was happy when it was shown on the auction. So that's Canto number 2, or my bad, Canto number 1 and a 9.2. And then last book of this video, and last book from Nemesis Prime, Justin. that out of the way. So it was a 9.8. This was a cool draw when I saw it was unboxed. And this is the Sanctum Sanctorum Comics exclusive edition. And this is Some Tales of Children, number 12. Peach Momoko cover art. Awesome, really cool cover. And Some Tales of Children, this book's hot. It's a great series. And, there's, apparently a show in the works. So there's a lot of cool covers. It definitely fits into my horror, element with collecting. And happy to have this into the collection. I have a couple other Some Tales of Children comics. Been reading that trade, and it's a really solid series and a lot of cool variants as well. So that being said, that's it for the haul. Happy to have a video back out this week, and a few other things. You might have noticed that a little show called King Con took place a few weeks ago. MTG Comics Greg and his business partner Mike did another phenomenal show. Had a great time setting up. Got to hang out and see people from the community. Pressable Defects, Dreaming in the Basement, Very Gary, Streetside Anthony, and I could go on and on about all the great people that were there. Got to meet people for the first time, including one of the most humbling experiences. A few people came up to me saying, they're a fan of the channel, and I'm in their queue. They set notifications. So to hear that was, once again, such a humbling experience. So that was just added to the great time I had at King Con. Looking forward to the next one. Stay tuned to them on Instagram. We also have coming up the 3 Minute in the Basement comic swap, the event they've been doing for the last few years now. This will be the second year that I'm going, and that's also at Angry Hair Studio. It's a cool tattoo parlor. They rent out the building, and it's just a fun day. Once again, great members of the community, a lot of great vendors coming, and I'm sure there's going to be even, a ton more great people that are going to be in attendance, looking to buy, looking to sell, looking to trade, and just hanging out, having a good time. There's going to be a food truck, a DJ. May 14th, my apologies, there's also going to be a photo popping up here too, and information in the description about that. Definitely a great time. You have people coming from not only in Connecticut, Newton, it's in Newton, Connecticut, but people from out of the state, and looking forward to it. It was a blast last year. I know a lot of members of the community are going to be back this year. And then Terrificon, the last week in July. That's always a blast. I'll be there with my media pass. Looking forward to get great content. And once again, hanging out with great members of the community. Mitch Halleck, as you may have seen on my channel, the interviewed a ton. He's got a great show planned. He's already announced some big guests. John Romita Jr., Garth Ennis. There's, you can also follow them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, where he posts all the updates. It's always a fun show. And thank you all once again, as always, for the support. It's once again, it was very humbling meeting some of you guys at King Con coming up to me, and it was, couldn't have asked for, a more humbling experience. That was awesome. So keep supporting the channel, keep liking, keep sharing, commenting, and as always, take it easy, everybody.